Guys, this is Jodi Guillory at Trinity Bible Church, and I have Linda Lanclos, one of our members, here with us. And she's going to share a little bit about a great local mission here in Lafayette, Escape from Poverty, and how we can get involved. Hello, Linda. Welcome.
Jodi, thank you.
Tell us about the mission of Escape from Poverty.
Okay, well, we're a 501c3 Christian nonprofit organization, and our mission is to ignite hope, success, and transformation to help impoverished families escape from poverty, not just survive it. And we do that by providing Success Series Power Class courses, which are life skills classes, relationships, and motivation within the faith based community environment. And we do it in churches because we believe that the church is the hope of the world. And if anybody can change this community, it would be the church.
How can we, the church, get more involved and get hands-on experience helping out Escape from Poverty?
Well, we have our life skills classes. They'll be starting back again in August, on August 17th. And we are looking for mentors and budget counselors and other volunteers who can bring meals and do childcare to join us together to provide support and accountability for people while they're in our classes. But there are other opportunities as well, even outside of the classes, that shows the different variety of the types of volunteerism that people can do, both with the people in poverty and behind the scenes. In order to motivate people to come to our classes, we provide free childcare, free meals, and they earn points for doing responsible things and cash them in to earn gift cards that people donate. So we do accept donations of gift cards for this point system and the reward system that we use.
Tell us a little bit more about the impact that your volunteers have on the lives of these participants.
Well, I'll just tell you the story of Jerusa. Jerusa joined our class. Actually, we held it at Trinity in 2015. Jerusa joined our class and she was broken. I actually went to her home to interview her. She was living in a FEMA trailer. She had a job she hated. She had a car that was always breaking down. And her kids, her 4 children, had been taken out of her home and put into foster care. When she joined our class, she used to rail against her mother because her mother had made the call to Child Protective Services to get the children taken out because Jerusa had a dangerous boyfriend. And so she was so angry with her mother. And so we knew forgiveness was important. And of course, we used stories from the life of Joseph to help with that. We found out she actually had a skill. She had a degree from SLCC. She could wire electric panels. And we said, Jerusa, why do you have this job you hate when you can wire electric panels? And she said, look at me. I'm fat and I'm ugly. Who's going to hire me? So we put Jerusa through our career success power courses where she learned how to do a resume, a job interview, find job opportunities. And Jerusa got a job wiring electric panels, making $14 an hour. This enabled her to get an apartment, to get a decent car. So she was able then to get all of her children back from foster care. We actually went with her to court to vouch for her about her stability and how she had come such a long way. And so now Jerusa has her kids back. And by the way, she meets her mother for coffee every Saturday morning. So that relationship is also restored. And she is healthy. And now she's a volunteer in our program.
So tell us a little bit about this upcoming training that you have on August 17th. So if those of us who are really ready to jump in and help out, how can we get involved in that?
The upcoming classes are going to be held in collaboration with a whole bunch of other churches. There's about 9 churches involved in this collaboration, and we've chosen First Methodist Church to actually host the classes because First Methodist is on the bus route, and they have 9 classrooms that they're allowing us to use. We'll be the only ones in the building that night. And so our orientation is going to be held on Tuesday, August 17th. And then classes will be every Tuesday after that until December 14th. And the classes will be held from 5:30 to 8 p.m. in the evenings. And that sounds like a long time, but they'll actually go through 3 classes each night: a spiritual insights class on the life of Joseph, and then 2 practical classes that will help them with areas that they need help in.
So, Linda, tell us the why. Why is it that you do this, that you do what you do?
Years ago, I was going through a really hard time in my life, and I was basically mad at God and walked away from Him for about a year. But during that year, I kept going to church because my kids needed to be in church. And that year, Isaiah 58, 6 through 13 was read in a class, and it jumped off the pages of God's Word and revolutionized the way I live my life. Basically, that says that if you'll spend yourself on behalf of the poor and satisfy the needs of the oppressed, then your light will rise in the darkness, and your day will quickly appear. You will no longer be a parched land, and then you'll find your joy in the Lord. And that was the verse that got me. I literally took that verse to that teacher and said, if this says, by helping the poor, I will find joy, sign me up. And that was the beginning 37 years ago for me. So since then, I've done a lot of research on the subject, and I've actually written a Bible study called Compassionate Choices that basically helps us to understand what does the Bible say about poverty, and what is our responsibility, and what is the church's responsibility, and not only that, but what is our responsibility to our own families who may be struggling with poverty. So this Bible study is a great resource for people who really want to know what God says. That's why I do it, because God says that we should.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your heart and for sharing what God has put on your heart and how He has done that. And how He's really worked miracles through your life and through the lives of others who've been a part of Escape from Poverty. Thanks, Linda.
You bet.